All right, we're gonna try something different on the channel. What's up, crew? Welcome to another video. My name is John Connie, aka Big Man Syndrome, and I'm gonna try a little bit more of a vlog style. Lately, I've been trying to do videos where it's really part-based, based on parts that I've ordered, parts that I have on backlog. And what I'm really finding is that I'm getting stuck in the creative process and thinking way too much about how I want to shoot it. The good thing about that is that it usually makes editing a little bit easier because I know what I'm shooting, which means I know what I'm editing. It typically just flows nice and easy. With this style, I will likely record more than I want to and spend a lot of time cutting out a bunch of crap. The other big thing is I'm using an Ace Pro by Insta360, which is gonna make the creative process a lot easier. I don't have an external microphone because the recording here is actually pretty darn good. There's not a bunch of other attachments. This is all just recording here. On my bigger camera, an A7S III, for those of you who know, I'm not even gonna pull it out. So I have an external monitor that records video there. Long story short, that makes the workflow a lot longer. It records in ProRes, which is a heavier file, so I've ended up going through hard drives way too fast. What did I want to do for this is just introduce the new-ish format. We're gonna definitely test it for at least 2 weeks and see how it goes. And I thought maybe I can talk about the 3 vehicles that I have in play. Because if this is your first time seeing a video from this channel, do a quick introduction. I do have full videos on all 3 of my cars, but we'll go down the line and we'll go from simplest to most complex. On the most simple side, we have my truck. My truck is my daily, mostly. It's the go-to vehicle for the family. It's the most minimally upgraded vehicle, but I still have a list of things that I'd like to do with it. It's a 2017 Toyota Tundra Crewmax, and it's got a couple of great upgrades. I'd say that one is about 70% of the way there that I want. The other 30% is pretty darn expensive in total. I don't think I'm gonna do most of that work. I wanna do a lift kit. I want to do some sort of rack system in the back. I wanna get a drawer system in the bed. At some point, I would like to upgrade the sound system a little bit more because it's just a little too low for me. Some of that stuff is coming down the pipe. In this box right here, we do have a new head unit, and it's got Apple CarPlay, so we'll be putting that in within this week or at minimum next week. Should be a pretty quick plug and play install. Really excited for that. We've got my 2006 Lancer Evo IX MR. Had this one since I believe May, and I've already done a ton of work on it. So I'm gonna run down the list and hopefully remember everything that I did. I did the radiator support bar. I didn't record this at all, but it's a new vent cover, I guess you could call that, or a baffle. Did a quick release for the steering wheel. It's got a Sparco steering wheel, a gauge pod from JD Customs. We did a head unit in there that's Apple CarPlay. Really awesome one actually, and it's from Amazon. So if you've got an Evo 7, 8, or 9 and you're interested in trying to get Apple CarPlay, this is probably the coolest way to do it. It's a huge screen, but it's not a double din. It's kind of different. We did a short shifter from WK Motorsports, and it is butter. So good. Let's see. We tried to do an NRG seat, which I have a video on. It's no longer in there. It was too small. Didn't work out. It's a little snug. That's not bad though. I am really large. Needed sliders, didn't want to deal with that. I restored the headlights, kind of need to do it again already. Did a battery relocate, so the battery's in the trunk now. Pretty open and clean. Subwoofer, twice. Gonna probably do it a 3rd time because, again, not satisfied with the 8 that's in there. Big, chunky, and loud, but it's just not deep enough. And I'd like to do it in a way in the trunk where I can open it up and be proud. Right now it's just a box, and I can't really figure out the right way to make it look super dope. So I may do a lighter weight, same one as the one in the truck. May even just swap the truck out for the Evo and put 12 in the truck. Save that for another video. And I think that's it. Oh, there is one more thing, but I'll leave that for a video coming up soon that I have to edit. It's really nice, maybe a little teaser right there. Last but not least, my 1995 E36 M3. It is a sad story of mine. The full-length video diving into what's really happened to this car is available on the channel, but long story short, I had a really nice M3, very good paint, really cool wheels, which I didn't love. They were style 5s, I didn't love them, so I swapped them out for what I have on there, which are basically TE reps. One day, I'm driving down to a video shoot, or let's fast forward. I'm driving back from a video shoot, passing Vacaville. It's 110 degrees outside. Bumper to bumper traffic, looking at a cloud of smoke from a fire that's happening to the left. I open it up, white smoke. Didn't realize it was me until too late. Well, it was already too late anyways. And I blew the head gasket. It wasn't blowing enough, so me and Justin took it to the track, did some drifting. We'll put that in quotations. And I got 3 minutes in the car. Justin got 4 minutes, and we ripped the engine and transmission mounts clear out. One of the engine mount was still in there, but basically just, I mean, I've got the trophy, I guess you could call it, right here. Those big holes, those are supposed to be the size of like a threaded bolt. That led me down the rabbit hole of like, well, I'm gonna have to take the engine out, so what can I do? I got an angle kit, a hydro brake that I haven't fully completed yet, so that'll be in the future, probably either this week or next week. Custom wiring, because I cut the wrong bundle of wires and completely disconnected the stock ECU from the car. Where I'm stuck right now is I can't get it to fire. I can get it to crank, I just can't get the crank sensor to speak to the sparks effectively. And I think it's just a miswire on the shielding or something. This car is the bane of my existence right now.
Do you feel in charge? I'm necessary, Evil.
I really want it to run, but I'm at my wit's end to the point where I've considered just selling it. Probably not going to make back any amount of what I've put into it. Or I'm just planning to work on it in the future when I have a little bit more brain space to just undo all the wiring and redo the wiring again, which I will fully document this time. You know, that way, like, I can't find a good resource on wiring a car like this. There's always just YouTubers who do it and kind of show some of the highlights, but don't really talk about the very specific things. The only way you can really get that is if you pay for like HP Academy. I don't feel like I learned as much as I needed to doing the courses on HP. So that's basically it. That's the 3 vehicles that I'm working on. I don't have any plans on adding any new vehicles because I'm currently in a 2-car garage. And if I ever move, I'm probably gonna have to get another 2-car garage. I hope to get a 3-car one of these days, or find a shop that I can afford if we can make Prjct.Garage bigger than it currently is. Let's talk about future plans for the Evo, because I think that's the nearest term to completion. Right now, I'd say it's about 90% complete of what I want out of the car, because I don't really have performance goals for it yet. I want to keep it mostly stock in the engine until I don't have to keep it stock. Interesting way to put that. I'm going to keep doing cosmetic things because right now it is not something that I'm willing to take to a Cars and Coffee even, because there's a few things that just, they're eyesores. This is too badass of a car to try to go show it off. It's not show-offable. It's good from 10 feet away. Up close, it's really like, oh my God, what happened to this thing? Near-term plans for this guy. I have the parts to do this. I'm gonna continue a restoration. There is something that went on this car recently that I'll show you hopefully in the next 2 days, because I still have to work on editing, but that's to kick off the restoration process of this car. Now, not full restoration, it's gonna be resto mod, but it's like, I've got new drip line or whatever that's called, drip panel, drip something, because these ones are really, really beat up, like super, super weathered. I have new trim for right here. I'll take these off and refinish this paint and refinish this. Probably figure out something to do with this. Might just be spray paint, same as this. I forget his first name, but Gooseberry. He did something similar a while back on a video, and he did a really good job documenting it. So I'm probably gonna follow a similar. Sometime soon, I'm gonna try to refinish this. This just needs a lot of sanding and a new coat of clear coat. And then I have the end caps up there that I'll either wrap, or I'm pretty sure they're pretty clean, so I might be able to just leave them the way they are for now. But that should do it for restoration, other than those damn over fenders, which I may not be able to replace them anytime soon. I would like to do a new full kit, which I believe would be about $3,000 for the kit that I want. At the end of the day, I think I want to wrap this to preserve some of the paint that's there. The roof might actually need to be repainted completely. I just saw a spot in the back here where the previous owner may have ripped this thing off and just took a bunch of paint off with it, because that's bare metal right there. So that's a huge bummer. That's a new discovery for me. So I may try to find somebody that'll redo the roof for not too expensive. And while I'm at it, I may end up just having them paint those over fenders just to at least get color match-ish. I'm not sure how far we can go with that. That'll be the journey that is Resto Evo, Project Resto Evo. And then I'll be super comfortable taking it to the Cars and Coffee, like really, really showing off this car and the cool things that I've done to it. So that's kind of exciting. I think that's enough talking. I don't have any near-term plans for the E36, other than what I said, like, I've got the hydro brake that still hasn't been finished yet. The lines don't have any fluid in it. The brake itself hasn't been welded in. I may not finish the lines and put fluid in just because it's sitting and there's no reason to put fluid in there, but I might at least get that hydro done. And then depending on where I'm at with things to do, I may start taking it apart, getting the intake manifold off and starting the wire process, because really, in my opinion, I think I need to just redo it. I need to get new pins and completely redo it again and just be really, really meticulous on how I do it, maybe even rerouting it from what is OEM, and doing it in a more race car way. That's pretty much it. Hope you liked it. Hope that was fun. I know there was a lot of talking. I plan to not to do this too much. I just figured for the first time in, to make it somewhat easy for me, just pick up the camera, shoot, create, upload it. I don't really expect a huge viewership on this one, but if you made it this far, thanks for watching. Let me know what your favorite part was in the comments. And if you're new, consider joining the crew. Definitely going to be putting out a lot of content here. I'm going to try daily for a moment and see if I can swing it. I was a daily vlogger 8 years ago, so I definitely want to try it again, because I know that's the best way to create a habit and just keep it moving. And if you're not new, you know what to do. Hit the like button, leave a comment, share this video. Those are the ways that help grow the crew. And until the next one, I'll see you later, crew. Oh, go spend some money on that money pit.
I think I got a vendetta. Oh, now they call me, I seen them. All of those times getting severed. I told them all I can let up. They get not tired of me never. Give me a shot and I